The core process methodology is designed to first understand what happened through the telling of the story. So everybody writes a very deep money biography, and we ask for specific things, and I won't go into the details here, but that creates a historical context so that now we know what happened. And then we start to do a process of creating an awareness of the underlying patterns that are inherited from the family of origin. So that can be mother, father, step-parents, grandparents, whoever were central figures that had some influence on the person's life relative to money. And we get some language that we start to distill down. And then we parse that out in a way that we begin to map it out in a very clear and visible way on something we call the money pattern map. And that map will, by the time we're done with the third session, has the entire history of patterns, behaviors, and emotions that are inherited tendencies, as well as the client's tendencies alone. And then we begin to extrapolate from that how the archetypes have become configured, because for every word, avoidant, by the way, is an innocent archetype tendency, right? So we map it out like, okay, which pattern, behavior, and or emotion is tied to which archetype, right? And sometimes archetypes have overlapping factors. So we parse that down and map it out, and then you have a roadmap that's very clear and visible that goes, okay, this is what we learned about you, and we know what happened. This is how it configured. So think of it as the architecture or the scaffolding of a person's patterns relative to money. And what you find is that most of our patterns are not even ours. Like, we didn't choose them. In fact, most people, when they're done looking at that, they go, I didn't even know any of this was part of what's going on, because the way we do it, it reveals itself.